What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am Amber Victoria. If you are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell button so that you'll be notified when I post new videos. Today you are tuned in to another nursing video. I've had several requests for this video, so I had to make it happen. I decided to turn this into a nursing Q&A just because I get so many different questions about my career field. I wanted to address a few of them in one video. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Well, a young lady asked, any advice for a first-time nurse, what to expect? I start in 1 month and I'm so nervous. I heard the first year is by far the worst. It is okay to be scared as a new nurse. Everybody is scared as a new nurse. If they tell you they're not scared, then something is wrong. It's something new to you, something you haven't really been doing hands-on on your own. So it's gonna be scary, but it's gonna be filled with learning and it's gonna be fun. Hopefully it'll be fun for you because you always want to enjoy what you do, right? So once you learn how your unit works, how it operates, how to take care of your patient, where everything is, once you learn all of that, you'll feel more comfortable and you won't be as scared. But you'll always have, you know, a little bit of worry in the back of your head because in the nursing field, things are unpredictable. Something could happen in the blink of an eye. Someone could cold. You just never know. With being a first-time nurse, depending on what floor, unit, specialty, whatever that you're going into, I would just suggest being prepared. Okay, so whatever that means to you, whatever you feel like you'll need at that hospital. Some hospitals provide different things for their nurses, some don't. Where I work at, they provide stethoscopes for us, so I didn't have to bring one of those, but I would bring like a notebook, something to write things down as you learn new day-to-day things. It just depends. It really just depends on what your hospital has and doesn't have. But you'll learn that, you know, when you get out there on the floor. But my hospital, they literally have everything. So I don't really have to bring anything unless you learn what type of patients you have and you buy something online that you think can help you assess your patient better or something to that extent, then I would bring that. Okay, so I would bring a little pocket guide or manual that pertains to your units. Like for instance, I'm in the NICU. There are several miniature NICU pocket books that you could carry around in your pocket. They have little quick facts. But also at my hospital, we have on our badges, where is my badge? So at my hospital, they give us these little inserts that we can have on our badge for like as a quick reference for anything as far as like vitals or what to do when such and such happens, lab results, different things like that. Bring backup scrubs because you at work, you never know what's gonna happen. You can get blood on you, bodily fluids, whatever. Bring backup scrubs in your car. Make sure you wear compression socks. That's very important. At first I wasn't wearing them, but now I am and I freaking love them. Wear good tennis shoes. Bring a snack. It won't hurt to bring a snack. Wear your hair back. I don't really wear fingernails at work. Some nurses do, but I don't because I like to get my nails done and I like them to be long, so I'm not getting them done for them to just to be short. Okay, you will go through orientation, and orientation usually lasts weeks for a staff nurse. Okay, multiple weeks. Mine was like 14 weeks. You will probably be put with another nurse until you're comfortable being on your own. So I just take that opportunity to ask questions and learn the charting system. You learn where everything is and how to take care of a patient, how to assess the patient, how to reach the practitioners or the doctors or the surgeons or whoever you'll need. As a first-time nurse, I would expect that they won't give you super hard, super critical patients right away. Of course, they'll probably work you up to that, hopefully. If you want to know more about what to expect as a NICU nurse, be sure to check out my NICU nurse video, my level 4 NICU nurse video as a new grad. I went really into detail about what we get on an everyday basis. First year will not necessarily be the worst. Don't go in with that mindset, you know what I'm saying? Go in there positive, happy. You did it, you're a nurse now. Like, let's get it, let's put in this work, let's get paid, honey. All those good things. Just go in with a positive attitude, willing to learn, and it'll fly the freak by, I swear. So next question, how much do I make? Nurses pay varies depending on where you are as far as state and hospital and experience. So I'm in Alabama, we don't get paid jack shit squat. Sorry, but we don't. I think pay is anywhere from like $20 an hour to, I think I've seen up to like $28 an hour in Alabama. I'm currently somewhere in the middle or on the higher end because I work night shift, so I get shift diff, which is $4 to $5. Nurses can make anywhere from like probably anywhere from like $40,000 to $80,000 a year, just depending, because we work a lot of overtime, holiday pay, time and like all that good stuff. So you have the potential to make a lot of money, but just like regular base, it's really not that much. Of course, you can always go and be a travel nurse and make tons more money, like double what you're making as a staff nurse. But yeah, I think as a new grad, I started out at $20.75 because I was pissed. I was like, what? This is it, nigga? I make more than that now. Are NICU nurses allowed to watch surgery and scrub in? So personally, I work night shifts, so we don't really do surgeries on night unless it's an emergency, and usually if it's an emergency, it's at the bedside. Our nurses, they take the baby down, or they go with the baby down to surgery, but they come back up because they usually have another patient to take care of. Surgery brings them back up and they recover with us. That's where I'm located. I don't know about everywhere else. I guess if you only have that one patient, you could stay and watch and scrub in and be there if anything were to happen, but I'm not positive about that. As far as a bedside surgery, of course the nurse is there and they scrub in and gown up and push meds. Okay, so nursing school tips. This is a topic that I want to do a whole separate video on, but I did jot down a few tips that I wanted to make sure I mentioned in this video. Number one, study. Nursing school is hard. You have to fucking study, my people, okay? Multiple days out the week, multiple times a day. Hell, I used to study every day. I used to study probably 5 to 6 days a week for about 2 hours each day, give or take. I didn't like to overwhelm myself with information, so I just made sure that I studied every day. I studied for a test a week in advance, always. You also need to be organized. You have to be organized in nursing school. You need a calendar. You need to keep up with labs and clinicals and lectures and assignments and discussion boards and tests and all this bullshit that you gotta do in nursing school. You need a freaking calendar. Be organized. Have your notes organized. Everything. Take notes, okay? Focus on what is being said in the lecture, because lecture is the most important part. I know a lot of people like to sleep during the lecture, but what the teacher says in the lecture is usually on the test. So I like to pay very close attention during lecture, and I write down notes. Usually they give us PowerPoints, and I write down with each slide what she said, what he or she said that was really important. And you study that, because that's 9 times out of 10 it's going to be on that damn test. Learn the teacher. Learn how this teacher operates, you know what I'm saying? How does this teacher word things? How does this teacher teach? How does this, learn the teacher, you know what I'm saying? So that way you know how to move, you know how to operate in this class, how to study, how to pass, okay? A lot of times in the answer to questions pertain to patient safety. What will keep the patient safe? My teachers reiterate that so much in nursing school. What keeps the patient safe? That's the fucking answer. If it's the question regarding something like that, then the answer is whatever will keep the patient safe, because that's the most important a lot of times. Also your ABCs, airway, breathing, circulation. Another tip is like critical thinking. You gotta focus on the why. Why is my patient doing this? Why is my patient doing that? Why is my patient heart, lungs, kidney, brain, whatever, doing what it's doing? Also, skim reading. I'm not one to read books, period. I hate reading. I'm a skimmer. So that's my tip to you guys. I skim read. I swear to God, y'all, I got through nursing school bare without reading my book, textbooks, for real. I ain't even gonna lie. I relied on PowerPoints and lectures a lot of the time. I'm not a reader. You might be a reader. Everybody learns differently. So just know your learning style. Whatever's on the PowerPoint, if I need more information, I'll go to that section in the book, skim read whatever I think is important. Also, nursing tip, have fun and don't forget about life. Completely. Your life will drastically change, but don't forget about it. Go out with friends, eat, sleep, rest, chill, have a drink or two. You know what I'm saying? You still need to keep a balance in your life. You know, you don't want to go nursing school crazy and you become a zombie or whatever. Also, don't be afraid to ask questions. How to get to being a NICU nurse. Okay, so I think I explained this in my other video, but very quickly, what I did to become a NICU nurse, I went to a nursing school. I attended Troy University. It is a 2-year nursing program. So my first 2 years of college, I did prerequisites, and then the last 2 years I was actually in the nursing program doing nothing but nursing classes. And I got my bachelor's degree in nursing. Whatever specialty you want to go into, that's where you apply. I started applying for jobs. I graduated in the spring, which was in May. I think I started applying for jobs in like January, February. And I hired in like March or April. I already knew where I was going. Okay, so apply early, you guys. So you basically apply wherever you want to work. I applied at several different NICUs. I applied at several different ERs because I was confused at the time on what I wanted to do. But anyways, that's what you just simply apply. Just do a simple job application online. Hopefully you get called in for an interview. Kill that freaking interview, and there you are in the field of your dreams. Okay, and say you don't like that field, it wasn't exactly what you thought it would be, you can simply try another one. Okay, try another one. That's the pleasure of being a freaking nurse. We can go wherever, do whatever. You have to be open, okay, because you have to keep your options open. Some places do not hire new grads into a NICU or into an ICU. It just depends on where you're applying to. If the hospital that you want to work at doesn't, try another one, get some experience, and then 6 months later or a year later, try that hospital again that you really want. But just don't give up. But I did have the pleasure of going straight into the NICU because this hospital does hire new grads, and several hospitals do. You just have to look for them, that's all. Someone asked, have I seen a baby die while working on them? Personally, none of my patients have ever coded on me or anything like that. I have been in situations where my coworker right beside me, or you know, in nearby, had a patient to crash and they unfortunately passed away. So I have seen that. I have done post-mortem care. Sometimes we as the nurse take the patient down to the morgue. How was the NCLEX? The NCLEX was dumb hard, stupid hard. It was harder than nursing school. I didn't know jack shit on that goddamn NCLEX. That's just me being real. That's just me being real. When I tell you I was lost, when I tell you guys I was so confused on the NCLEX, I was like, click, oh my gosh, click, I don't know the answer. Click, 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 honey. I did not know. The way they worded the questions on the NCLEX were so hard. The answer choices were always so close. They both were the damn same. I was like, bruh. I tried to eliminate my answer choices or whatever and just narrow it down. You guys, the NCLEX is fucking hard. And we did HRST review. So if you're a nurse or you're in nursing school, you'll find out what HRST review is. It's an NCLEX review. And they top notch. They like number 1, number 2, something like that. And honey, I was still confused. That was all of the questions I was able to finish. My camera just died, but I wanted to come back on here and quickly say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped some of you guys out there. I love all of y'all. Thanks so much for liking, commenting, asking questions about nursing. I love what I do, and if I could ever help out any of you guys, just hit me up. I always respond. The best way to get in contact with me is on Instagram. Good luck in nursing school. Good luck as a nurse. And I'll be sure to put out more nursing videos. Just let me know the kind of content that you guys want to see. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks. Bye.